So hi all, this is Sharina Gloria. I'm going to make a green masala curry that is, with excuse me, with green coriander and mint. So into this I am putting a handful of green coriander, handful of mint, two washed and skinned tomatoes, and two pieces of coconut. Into this, these are the vegetables I'm using. I'm using, a little bit of cauliflower, nucol. If some of you don't know what's nucol, then this is the vegetable nucol. I've used, these are two nucols cut, and I will add this nucol also. And one large potato, I've cut into long pieces, one large potato. And then I will use a handful of these peas. I have washed and soaked it overnight, and I've boiled it now. And I won't use all of this, I'll just use a handful. And the dry masalas, I'll show you what I'm going to use. So I put on the cooker. Into the cooker, I've cut 3 medium-sized onions, and now I'm putting 4 tablespoons of oil, and I will fry this, not very brown, slightly, and little more than translucent. Salt to taste, and to help the onions to fry faster. Stir this very well. After the onion fries a little bit, we will put the tomatoes. We will put tomatoes also to fry. Into these frying onions, I will put 4 cloves, 2 cardamoms, a small piece of cinnamon, and 1 bay leaf. Bay leaf I will not put it in right now. I'll put it later, because I don't want to grind the bay leaf. Because after all this fries nicely, I will put it in a mixie and grind it to a fine paste. Stir this all very well. So into the frying onions, I'll put in this handful of green coriander and mint. I've not chopped it. I'll just fry it a bit because I'm going to grind it. So it doesn't make sense to chop it. Fry this too very well. And into that, these 2 onions, chopped it. Fry all this together very well. Let it fry a bit, and then I'll take it down, cool it, and then I will grind it. So I finished frying the onions and tomatoes. I've taken it out and I've put it to cool under the fan. And into the same cooker, little bit of oil is there. I'll add another 2 tablespoons of oil. And as soon as the oil is hot, I will put in 1 teaspoon of ginger garlic paste. There you go. Stir that a bit. Stir it a bit. And into that, the vegetables that we have cut and here, I'll put those vegetables in. These vegetables. Let it fry along with the ginger garlic. It will render a very good flavor. And at this stage, I will put this bay leaf that I kept cooking. Stir this all very well. Stir it very well. I also want to tell you, this recipe is coming down from my grandmother. When we were small, this is what, small in the sense when we were little, this is the recipe my grandmother and my mother used to use to make this green masala curry. And in those days it was called green masala curry and it was called kurma. So you can call it either. It's also very, very simple to make. Now into this I am putting half a teaspoon of haldi and a nice heaped spoon of dhania, coriander powder. And this coriander powder, I've bought the coriander seeds and cleaned it and given it to the mill. Hence the color and the smell is very good. You get it in the market. I also use market bought, but this time my son happened to find this fresh coriander seeds. So this is what we have done. Now let this fry nicely. At this stage, I am putting in, you can count it as 1 cup of chana. And this chana, I have just added this to the recipe. Actually, these vegetables and this chana is not what my grandmother used to use. My grandmother used to use mutton or chicken with potatoes. So I decided to make this because I made this earlier and it was very tasty. So that's how I've changed this recipe. Not the masala, but just the vegetables. And now that I've ground the masala, I'm putting it in. All the masalas, I ground it, I put it in. This is a very, very tasty and very simple recipe because it just has onion, tomato, coconut, ginger, garlic paste and spices. I've replaced this recipe with the vegetables. Except for that, I have not replaced anything because this is like a non-vegetarian recipe and chicken and mutton can be made with this. I've changed it to the vegetarian because we love vegetables. So now I'll cover it and let it cook for 1 whistle and I will show it to you how I'm serving it. So see, this curry is ready and this is how it looks. I'll plate it up and show it to you. So hi all, this is my finished product and it looks very nice and it tastes very nice. So I hope all of you will try this at home. It's a very, very simple recipe. As I told you, this is my grandmother's recipe and I've just replicated it with the vegetables. The masala and everything is the same except I have put vegetables instead of non-veg. So hope all of you will try it at home. Please like and subscribe. God bless. Take care.